Hello Aries, and welcome to my channel. This is a astrological tarot reading for 2018. I thought I'd combine the astrological signs with this reading. Now this part one is dealing with general, which is finances, career, business, and generally the energies of what is happening towards the beginning of January right up until the end of the year. So I'm going to get straight on to this. Okay, you've got a lot going on here, Aries, a lot to do with general, which is, you know, like I said, business, finance, career. And where do I start with this now? The reason why you have this, and I'll start with this because I have to go along with the cards as well. I get a feeling over the next 7 years of building financial stability is very paramount to you, and I get here that I have a relationship, or I have a potential relationship. Now we're not going into the love side of this. I will go into the love reading on part 2. This is you know, this relationship here, it's a happy course of a relationship that's going to be disrupted because of this building these financial issues very much in the forefront of your mind here. And you do want to achieve this. Okay, there are celebrations further ahead into the year, but these celebrations could be you know, in the kind of springtime, summertime. There is a celebration there, so it's not all going to be putting this relationship just to one side, or a marriage, so I can pursue this. No, this, and you're doing it because of you want to, you know, you do want to be in a relationship, you do want to be in a partnership. So to be able to fund this and finance this, it's very much you know, looking at that down this road. It's like you're being blinkered in 2018. I have to get my finances sorted, I have to get my business sorted, and I just get this feeling that you're not really being serious about this, and I have to kick you up the backside, Aries. You're not being serious about this. Whatever you're pursuing takes study, takes you know, you may have to do courses on certain things, like maybe a computer course, or something that, you know, you have to learn so you can expand, or you have to learn, you have to gain different skills so you can combine this, so you can achieve this, that kind of energy. Okay, so gosh, so much going on now. Now Saturn is moving into Capricorn, and this is moving into Capricorn at the end of December 2017, and this again is very much focusing, and it's going to affect you obviously because, you know, it's in, I think it's in your 10th house. Saturn will be in your 10th house for the next 7 years. Yeah, next 7 years at least. So this again, this is like wanting to have very hard-working traditional values and business. Okay, traditional values again towards the you know, this relationship that you have to just put to one side, as I've said, because you have to focus, and I feel that I feel you're very quiet in doing this. Well, some of you, not all of you. Some can be quite vocal, depending. But I do feel you're quietly confident over this, and you're thinking, I will get this done. I will put the hard work in here. I will take out, I will do more studies. Maybe I will study business acumen, a business course. I'm going to study a business course. I'm going to study you know, different aspects of how I can build a business online, maybe, or a computer business, or selling your skills online. I get that too, and going global. You know, I also get that you're looking at going professional here. So it may not be computers, but you need to learn all these skills so you can incorporate it into this career that you are pursuing. Okay. Maybe it's like you may want to be a psychologist or something, but you need to learn all these skills so you can, you know, you can research online, you know. So it's like learning all these new skills. So how do I research? How do, you know, I need to do a course on research, so I know how to, because I know that I've got to do this in this course of study. I get course of study. I get you know, looking into different things and study and educating yourself here. So if you're thinking about expanding your business, because we're talking about Saturn here for the next 7 years in Capricorn, so we're talking about expansion, okay, real expansion, working on this, being focused on this, okay, in your business, in your career. So all because you want to have a fulfilling life, you know, you want to have a fulfilling life, family life. You want to be able to finance this family life, whatever this is, because it's combined with traditional values and justice, and you deserve to be rewarded here for your success. Now it does say that you need to be disciplined, okay. I don't feel that you're disciplined enough, Aries. I think you are, but you're not. There's a discipline aspect here, and this is going to be very challenging for you if you want to be the best at what you do. So you have to be disciplined. I mean disciplined, okay, very strict in putting time slots for your business. Okay, I am going to spend maybe 8 hours a day on my business, whether that is researching, whether that is exploring globally what's out there, whether that is looking at you know, if I need to put some hours in studying. So it's like looking at being very strict and focused, 8 hours, possibly more per day into the rest of it will have to fit round this. This is what you're thinking, or you need to do if you want to be successful. Now I can hear yourself, how can I do that? I've got all these responsibilities with this family. Now I do feel this family will understand. So if you've got children, you need to put, you know, your children maybe at school all day, or at that time that they're at school, you need to say, right, I'm going to spend that time on building this business, building this study, you know, learning here. So you may have, you know, it's just saying here, you need to be more you need to be more strict on this. Absolutely, okay. And you're doing it for this family, you're doing it for this relationship, you know, here. So again, I get, if you want to do this, and I think you do, you have to put in the hours, and you have to look at these slots in your life where you can put yourself, and you can purely look at exploring and doing this to strengthen these foundations, okay. And look at leadership you know. Read up on leadership too. I feel that may be lacking, is that you don't know how to lead, you don't know how to be assertive, and it's like that's another study course maybe you need to do, is on leadership. You know, look it up online. You know, I just want a mini course, or get books, read books about leadership, about persuasion, about how do I persuade people, how do I get out there professionally, you know. So read. This is the key to success. Read. How to be a business person, how to get business acumen, how to negotiate, how to be diplomatic, how to you know, sell, how to sell yourself, how to you know all of these things, how to project yourself. So if you don't take that seriously, you're not going to get anywhere with this. This is what this is saying, okay? You've got an opportunity with Saturn in Capricorn for the next 7 years to do this. Next 7 years. No shortcuts, it says. If you want to become a professional, there is no shortcuts. No shortcuts. You know, if you want to be a woman, and if you are a woman and you want to be successful, and you've got young children, you may have to wait till those young children are at school age. But I think this very much over the next 7 years, you may think, well, okay, it may be in another 2 years my child will be at school. I will have 8 hours per day or 6 hours per day if I start it like as soon as they're in school, and if I start then I can put in the hours, because I must say, if you want to be a professional person, you have to put in at least 8 hours per day, 7 days a week at the beginning, especially if you want to be a business person. You cannot cut corners, and that there is, you know, and you need to read. So if you're at work and you've got time where there's a lull at work, and you think, okay, I've got a lull here at work, so I'm going to read up on this subject while I'm working. Okay, any kind of spare time you have to fill that head up with all of this information. And it says here that you will not succeed if you don't do this, okay? You know, if you're a guy here, if you're a man and you've got a business and it's just trundling along, and you're thinking, it's not, you know, I've been trying with this for years and it's not getting anywhere, and I think that you've not put in the hours, you know, you've not put in the hours to go professional. Learning how to go professional, learning how to be global, learning how to do shipping and shipping things abroad, learning how to perfect your skill, learning more skills, you know, that you can put onto your repertoire, you know, that you can offer in your business. So there's all this in the mix here. Learning. I've got 5 minutes, I'll get out my book, I'll read about business. You know, I need to know how to move this forward. I've got an idea here. I'm very good at this idea, but I'm very naive into how to take this professionally, and I need to learn how to take this down the professional route. And I get global here, looking at global. Whatever this is, you can do this, Aries, you can do this. Again, if it's business, you need to read upon business acumen, business strategies which suit your business, okay? Looking at how the internet can serve you, learn more about computers, computer systems and all of this. Learn how to promote yourself globally, you know, all of this. You're very good, actually, at being diplomatic, Aries. and you just need to fine-tune this, you know, to take it bigger. Look at it in a bigger sense. Now, I want a successful life. This is what you're saying. I want a successful life, and I want to be able to offer something to somebody here. I want a happy life. I want to be married. I want to, because I also get that for a lot of you here. There's also taking seriously that you want to get married. I've got marriage here. If you're not getting married this year, you're planning a marriage into the future. Because this is all centered around the stability of being able to be stable in a relationship, marriage, and working as a team together, and having the same equality to offer this person, if that makes sense. So there is a situation here. If you've got a business, you have the skills. Your skills are there, and you just need to expand that. Read books. Read books. How to expand, you know. Whew, so much going on for you, Aries. Quite a busy year. No shortcuts. Strengthening foundations towards leadership. You feel like things are not moving, but you need to make the effort. You have to push forward with this. Yeah. So I've got November, and I'm kind of switching around the year here because to do with career and finance, I've got November. Jupiter is in Sagittarius, which is good for Sagittarius. That's their sign, but it's also in your 8th house. From I think the 8th of October till the 7th of November. It's good. It's really good for this side of your world, which is your you know, which is like the studying, researching. It's a winter time next year, so it's looking at expansions, and I get a secrecy behind this, like there's a secrecy of how much study that you're putting in. I do get that you don't want to let people know what you're doing until, you know, it's lifted and the success is there. For whatever reason, because you don't want to be made a fool of. Maybe you've been made a fool of in the past, and because something's not been worked out, so now you're making sure, I'm going to tick, you know, dot all the I's and tick all the T's, and I'm going to make this a success, but I'm going to do it very quietly and secretively. So there's a lot of secrecy. I do get negative people, jealous people around you, toxic people around you that would try to knock you off your pedestal. Okay. So this is hidden. Yeah, I get expansion, global expansion when Jupiter comes in November. Global expansion. If this is a business, looking at a world view rather than a local view. Maybe you may make, you know, I don't know, you may make pies or cakes and things like that. So you're looking at, and it's getting quite popular, whatever you're making here, and it's quite popular, so you're thinking to take this forward. You're looking at a world view and a global view. Okay. I get travel, expansion. You may travel to certain places and meet up with other business associates, and maybe that's another thing, networking, but not just locally. It's thinking, well, my country, wherever you live here, is you know, my country is going through some economic slowdown, and so I have to reach out to other countries that are not, are kind of prospering. Talking about places like Norway or Sweden, you know, wealthy kind of economies. So looking at maybe how can I adjust my business to make this look good. Maybe you normally make things you know, in black because it suits your culture, and in like Norway or somewhere like that, they like cream or white, you know, cream or white, that kind of Nordic look. And you're thinking, okay, I could do that, I could make it a Nordic kind of look. And then I've got you researching online about Nordic kind of I'm not saying Nordic, but wherever you're thinking about in the world that's got more of an economy that's doing really well, and you're thinking, okay, I've got links to that country too. So I know someone here, I know people that could help me here. But I don't think you're not doing enough. You're not doing enough. But you need to, if you're thinking about going to another culture, you have to look at their culture. What is it that's favourable, which is fashionable, which is on trend in that country, that kind of style. If you make things, you know, that you can offer this, you know, you can offer this, and how you can promote this in this country. And I see you travelling to these countries, networking, you know, saying, well, I am from, you know, let's say I am from Connecticut in USA, or I'm from New York, but I make these products which I'm sure you'd be interested, very quality, and also I see you negotiating, but before you do this, learning how to negotiations on a very kind of professional level. Putting on the table what you have to offer. This is handmade. You're not going to get this. It's bespoke, that kind of thing. It's bespoke. You're not going to get this from any other, you know, manufacturer. I make one at a time, and it's very exclusive. So that's if you want to go global. Targeting countries that have a good economy and have a good system is a first thing here, and shipping and all of that. So that's if you're in business. Now you could have an online business, you could have a business that does this, you know, counselling, whatever you've got, looking at going global and looking how to spread out more. Targeting, maybe if you're thinking, if it's products that you make, you're thinking about, okay, I will look at you know, that country first, and then I will look at that. But I also get people who are thinking of studying at a very high degree here too, and which is the best university, which is the best. I also get online learning and studying for expansion. Okay, I've got here, there is a bit of a respite here. I've got and this could be you know, the summer holidays. I've got here Mars is going retrograde from the 26th of June until the 27th of August. Okay, now this is like, no, this is absolutely a no-go for business. Okay, you know, when Mars is going retrograde, everything can go pear-shaped in business. So it's like, okay, so that kind of period here is needing to focus on family, holidays, group activities, recreation, and friendships, and all of that. Okay, and kind of just putting the business to one side. I'm not saying completely, but part of that, and group activity, friends, social activities. And this is where this comes in here: social activities, celebration, and friends. I do get the summertime for you, and avoid kind of, you know, just have a break maybe from this study, from this business, from this kind of because I do get frustrations here with your plans, and you feel like you can't get out of this rut, that kind of feeling. You know, things, when Mars goes retrograde, it's like, oh, nothing's happening here for me. I'm kind of, everything's like wading through treacle. I am just tired of this. I can't seem to get out of this rut, and something like this can put you off doing this, you know. So this is a sense of putting this just on hold and surround yourself with friends, socialising, and all of this. Okay. And I will go into the love aspect for people who are single here. Yeah, very much financial, original ideas to bespoke ideas I've got here. A career where you've got, you know, where you've got to be careful of your reputation. Reputation means a hell of a lot. Reputation. And you do not want to have any conflicts or confrontation here. Reputation, diplomacy, because there's long-term consequences. When you fall out with someone in business, there's long-term consequences. So even if they fall out with you, stand back and be diplomatic, okay? And if they keep jabbing you, just walk away. I think the best thing for any situation is to stay out of conflicts, is just walk out of that area, that vicinity, and you know, try to keep the peace, really, I feel. Okay. You don't want long-term consequences of somebody who's maybe jealous of you, or you know, trying to build confrontation, trying to knock down your reputation here. That's another thing. Again, when you do kind of climb that kind of become successful, you will always get somebody who's destroying you, trying to destroy your reputation. I will make you look like the most horrible person in the world. I will try to knock your character because I am so jealous of you. I've got to find something in you that I can attack and make you look a horrible, nasty person when you're not. Okay, when you're not. This is all kind of character building too. Unfortunately, it is character building when people are constantly knocking you because they're jealous or they envy what you're doing and what you're capable of and what you can reach towards. They will always try to destroy that. If they're narcissists, if they're covert narcissists, anybody like that would feel like, you no way you're going to be better than me, I am going to pull you down, and you will get that. And I think this is why you're secretly doing this without too much show here. Yes, I think this is why people bring in managers to help, you know, because when it gets to this stage, and I'm not saying you're going to get to this stage, but when you get to this stage where when you do become successful, you need to get people on board who are going to protect your reputation, help you, to guide you, you know, personal managers, personal, you know, secretaries or whatever. That's when you need somebody on board to say, sort out that for you. You know, your appointment, somebody wants to talk to you, and it's like, what do you know, you can ask this personal secretary, what do they want to speak to me about? And she'll say, well, they want to speak to you about this, but what shall I say? And a kind of a go-between, so they cannot destroy your reputation. Okay. Yeah, that's all in the mix here. Looking towards success here, Aries. This is good. It says here, need to confront something parental, whatever that is. Somebody around you who's parental may be feeling, they may be a parental figure, and they may feel threatened by your wanting to be this successful. And so don't be aggressive, be diplomatic. Even if it's a parental figure, you may have a father, a mother It could be a stepmother, a stepfather, and they kind of think, you know, anything like that. You could even be a brother or a sister that's brought you up, or a grandparent. So they feel that they're losing you if you go into this sphere here, that you know, they don't know you anymore because you have educated yourself to such a standard that they don't even know you anymore. You're like a stranger to them. You come out with all these big words, you know, these parental figures, thinking, wow, this person's becoming more educated than me and I can't allow this. So then they start to knock you off your pedestal, get down off your soapbox there, and this is where you've got to be diplomatic, stand back and realise, okay, this person, although they are a parental figure that should love me, they feel a little bit envious of what I'm doing here, although they shouldn't. They are, and they just can't help themselves by, you know, by doing this. I get slander, maybe flying monkeys everywhere, saying, you know, oh, that person, blah blah blah, oh, that person, blah blah blah. If you get successful, that's what happens. I would see it as like a, I would see it as a I would say it as a compliment. I take it as a compliment. If somebody is setting up flying monkeys over you being successful and trying to drag you down, I would see that as a compliment. Well, you know, if you think I'm so important that you have to do that, well, thank you. I appreciate what you're doing. They could be saying all sorts. So keep smiling and keep going. Okay, don't let this put you off. So yeah, think about the consequences before you react, because this person or this parental figure will expect you to react and be impulsive, but wait before you react, because think about the consequences. This is what they want you to do, is react, you know, deeply resentful of you. That's, I think it's very kind of, it's very sorry, it's very hurtful when you realise that somebody is very deeply resentful of you and always has been resentful of you for whatever reason throughout your life. And I think this is very hard to take on board when it's a family member, you know, and I feel that they may constantly try to press your buttons, constantly try to attack you, just to get that response, just to say, I told you so, I knew you was like that, I've told everybody and my flying monkeys that you're like that, and you are like that, and you know, that's the way you are, and you're not a very nice person, because I feel bad about myself, so I want you to feel bad about yourself, and I'm glad that I'm making you feel bad about yourself. This is the way this person thinks, and it's very difficult to take that on board. And I feel this is the way it could be. A father figure, it could be a mother figure, it could be anybody here in that position. Okay, so that's another thing you're going to have to be diplomatic about. And also get people, cutting some people out here that don't serve you, like those toxic people, you know, cutting these people, although you may not be able to cut them out, but I think you may be able to distance yourself while you become more successful, because if they're going to stop you from being who you are authentically, if they are trying to stop you and there's all these flying monkeys and you hear the neighbours saying, oh, you know, your mother came round the other day and she said this about you. I was quite shocked to hear that about this situation about you, and it's all to kind of make you look bad. So cutting people out of your life that don't serve you, that do this to you, you could go back at a later date to sort of resolve this, but I don't think this would ever change, to be honest. Okay, I get in September also, when we're going through this friendship thing, from which is your friends around you, which you love your friends, you know, you have a great laugh with them, maybe people you've not seen in a while. We're going back to this Mars going retrograde here at June to August, and group activities, friends, social, a break from this business, this study, and also Venus comes into your sign in September. Venus in Jupiter, September, October. Now September, there's this kind of vitality. I get this vitality again. This is mixed with this, I mean, this is a 3-month situation with this socializing, friends, people that you like to have around you that are not like this. I get social events, and it's bringing a vitality. And also when I go on to the love situation, it's bringing, if this is a love situation, it's bringing in this kind of sexual vitality too, which comes in around that time too, in September. So there's a vitality here. Cutting some people out, and I do get as well the 5th to the 16th of November, Venus is going retrograde, and this is where these relationships and friendships could break down, because the more successful you are, the more you are projecting yourself, the more that you are doing what they don't want you to do, that they are resentful about, the more you will get a backlash here. And I feel this is what this is. I feel that you know, this slander will continue. So relationships breaking down, readjustment here, re-evaluating people in your life, careful of any financial complications with these people too. And in November, there is people returning from the past. There is a return from the past here of someone throughout this year, very prominent here. And by the end of the year, this person is definitely coming back to solve a situation. And there's also the delay with this relationship from the past for whatever reason. It could be, obviously, it could be this situation of this financial situation, this marriages here, getting married, working on a career, all of this, dealing with these flying monkeys that are resentful here. So I do get that, you know, this person that's from the past, you just put into one side because you need to deal with this. Now, this could be a loved one, that somebody who does love you. I do get this feeling, whoever this is, it could be a family member that you know, you need to just get this sorted out first before you get, you know, get back into a relationship with this person. Or it could be, if you're single, this could be somebody who has come back, and you're needing to deal with this before you actually go into a relationship with them. It says here, don't worry about what people think. Well, it says here, I've written this from my research. Don't worry about what people think. Don't go out to please others this year. It's about you pleasing yourself, not in a nasty way, but don't stop doing things to please others. You know, I've got that too. I've got property issues, November and December, the family home, and big surprises coming. November, December, there's big surprises, and it's to do with the family home. If you're single, this person from the past, it's somebody that you're thinking, I don't know what that is. I look at that in the love situation, okay. But by the end of November, December, end of the year, we're talking about property issues, family, home. At the end of the year, there's a big surprise coming. Maybe it's moving in together, or there's a big surprise here of maybe getting a property, buying a property, or doing well with your business, doing well with your work, and all of that. There's a lot going on for you, and I've still not read these cards yet, my God. So, and that's 40 minutes gone already. I'm sorry if this is going on and on. Okay, so I've got, this is you could be male or female. I've got you, the King of Wands here, a male. So I've got, as I said before, this happy course of this relationship. This may be, if you're single, a relationship from the past that's being disrupted while you take this journey of sorting out your work situation. There is a break from this in, like I said, in June, July, August. There's also a marriage here, very serious here. If you're in a relationship, there's marriage too. I've got here, you're trying to break free from restrictions, but this is a challenge. Now, the most of this challenge are these flying monkeys and these people that resent what you're doing and just trying to knock you off your pedestal here. So free the restrictions here. These limitations will pass of quarrelling. Okay, quarrelling with these people, and you will make progress because you're going to be diplomatic. You're going to walk away from situations that are toxic. Yeah, toxic. Okay, yeah, this is coined by problems in relationships and the family here. So there are problems in this family, or like I said, parental figures, and you know, they're not what you thought they were. And this is a dream that's dying for you. You thought this person was your caretaker, but they've turned around to be someone who does not like you, who resents you, and they're just trying to prevent you. And this is a bit of a shock, actually. So this cycle is ending, okay, and this is quite painful too, because there's you know, you're going to break free from this, the Tower, but there's an inability to break free from this because these people are around you, so you cannot break free. So you're trying to work through this, and there is you know, there's one dream that did not work out for you, but there's another dream here, this new dream of this new dream here, and you have to keep going with this, Aries. You cannot stop. As I said right at the beginning of this reading, don't let anybody stop you here. Keep going with it. And whether it's business, whether it's a study, whether it's a new career, so a new dream. You know, this is your old dream, but that's not applicable now, and you have a new dream. The other one did not materialise. Now this new dream is actually bringing you lots more responsibility and burdens here. So be it, you know. Like I said, the more successful you are, it brings more responsibility and pressure. So stop complaining, because you have to, you know, these burdens that you carry here to success, to up this mountain, trying to climb this mountain. Don't let people say it's too much for you, you'll never do it, you're never going to do that, what are you doing? You know, we're watching you struggle here. Don't listen to them. Keep going, because I've got here, as when you become successful, you have to reassess your priorities, okay, and you have to allocate certain things out. So like I said, if you are a business person and you're seeing yourself becoming a bigger business person, at the end of the year you may have to allocate things out to others, okay, to help you. And that's the way it is with if you become more successful in your work situation, promotions, you may have to get somebody to care for your children, you know, just for a little while until you can focus on what you're doing here. Don't listen to these people in your ear saying, what are you doing? You're a poor mother, you're a poor father, you're never there for them. Don't listen to that. Just continue down this road and keep going. Don't let anybody stop you, and that is this year, Aries. You're doing it for this family, which is, you know, people telling you stop doing this, what are you doing, when you're doing it for this blooming family anyway, or this relationship. You want this relationship. If you're single, you want this relationship from the past. I'm going to end it there. Okay, this is going on and on. I could go on and on with this. So that's your reading, Aries, for your general, and I've got a migraine. Okay, I'm going to have a drink of coffee now. So sending you all the best with this. I'm finishing this off with, do not stop. Do not stop with this path, okay? No matter what anybody says. And just a little bit of a blip in the middle where Mars starts to go retrograde, like I said, June to the beginning of September. Take that time out to socialise, be with around friends, be with your family, be with your children, be with your partner, and enjoy that time, okay? And just, you know, if you can fit in some of this, but don't take it too seriously, because it's going to be like wading through treacle at that point, okay? But don't stop, don't stop at all, okay? Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and I will see you for part 2, which is your love life, okay? Over. I have mentioned that some of you are going to get married, and that's like from, you know, I'd say March, April, May, June, even June, July, August, because we've got this lull here, so that could be a marriage too. I do get a marriage here for some of you. If not, you're thinking about marriage, okay? Something serious, very serious, okay? Sending you lots of love, lots of blessings, and you take care, Aries. Bye bye.